Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a full wig. Before I even start, I will start by saying that you have to put the cap on to measure out exactly where you want the circle to close on your head. I've marked it with a white liner pencil so I can see, and right here I'm just showing you that you will need to turn the cap on the wrong side up and stitch a weft around the perimeter of the cap. That way when you flip it over and you pull the hair up, the cap is seamless, so you will be able to pull it in a ponytail. But I am going to cut this in a bob, so I will not be pulling it into a ponytail. But I just want to show you guys that, excuse my mannequin, she is ratchet. She has a whole screw in her forehead to measure the center of her forehead, but it is what it is, and we're gonna get this done. So after I do that, I flip the cap over right side up and do the exact same thing. Now to start off with, I like to take the thread through the cap, and then I go through the weft and tie a knot. That is how I started off. That is the only time that I go through the weft. Anytime after that, I go under the weft or over the weft. You want to make sure to tie a knot after each pass through the cap. That way your wefts are secure and your tracks are not sliding back and forth. So I'm going to speed up the footage just a little bit. So now that I have sewn that track around the perimeter, I'm just going to start going back and forth from the nape area.
Yup, that's a sorrow beat.
So to flip the weft, you just flip the part of the weft that you want to flip. You go through the cap, through the weft, wrap the thread around the needle twice to create a knot and just pull. And if you continue to do this on all the areas where you have to flip the track, it will keep the track flat and stable. It does not slide around and it is not bulky. So here I'm just showing you where I marked the center of the cap. This is where you want to get a perfect circumference around the circle, so when you close it up, it is seamless and neat. going to continue to go back and forth and flip my tracks until I come to that line that's behind the circle. I would suggest that you put the cap on to measure out where you want your circle to be and how far do you want it to go back. Highly suggest that you put the cap on and mark it with some type of pen or lipstick or something. Here I'm just tying a knot after I've clipped it just to secure the weft.
Yup, that's a sorrow beat.
Now that I have made it to the part where I want to start closing up the circle, I'm just going to keep sewing in a circle till I close up the circumference.
Yup, that's a sorrow beat.
So you just want to keep sewing the exact same way till you get to the middle. Once you get to the middle, you want to sew through the cap and through the weft just to hold the center of your wig in place. Just keep sewing, just keep sewing. So you want to continue to sew until you get to the very middle. Once you get to the middle, at the end of the weft, I suggest that you sew through the weft just to secure the center of your wig down. After you've closed everything up, you want to take a flat iron and smooth it down to where it lays flat. Okay, so I have finished sewing in my hair. this is what the middle of your clothing should look like. And I am going to make bangs in a bob. So I'm kind of measuring out how much I want to cut, but I'm not going to cut it until I put it on my head so I can see exactly how I want to cut it. So yeah, this is how she looks.